just keep applying, man. Keep applying. If you don't get onto the unit that you want to work on, listen to me and listen to me clear. Get in that hospital by any means possible.
Ain't that right? He ain't lying.
So once you get your CNA certification, it can open up a whole new world of opportunity when it comes to working in healthcare. 3 years ago, when I first started as a CNA, actually, it was about 3.5 years ago. When I first started as a CNA, I didn't have much issues finding a job. You know, it was right after COVID, peak time to find a job. I had, already had a previous degree. I didn't have too much of an issue finding a job in a hospital. And it was actually pretty easy to find a job in a hospital. I've now seen that has obviously changed because so many of you are commenting, letting me know, hey, hospitals are not hiring. Hospitals are not, giving me the opportunity. I'm either getting stuck going to a nursing home or facility, or I'm just going straight to home health. Now, I will say this, hospitals will offer you the most pleasurable experience from what I have seen and what I've experienced. Being in a hospital is super beneficial because you have the ability to actually practice skills. You have the support of nurses. It's a great opportunity to learn. I think I've said that multiple times. Working underneath nurses, seeing certain procedures, being able to go to see what an MRI looks like, being able to go to see what a CT scan looks like, being able to go with the patient to dialysis, whether that's day shift or night shift. The things that you see in a hospital are going to educate you way more than the stuff that you would see at a nursing home. My experience when I was in a nursing home, I was subjected to just cleaning patients, giving showers, giving baths, getting patients ready when family was coming and sometime events. But it got to a point where I was like, I don't want to just clean patients. Y'all not even letting me take vitals sometime. Like, we're only taking vitals when something's super duper, wrong, or we have we're short staffed and the nurses are not able to do it. So it's like, what do the techs do besides just clean patients? What do the CNAs do besides just clean patients? And I determined that I'm going to a hospital. I want to see a special patient demographic that I wasn't able to see outside of geriatrics. I started out as a neuro CNA. I just applied and got the job. But there are certain things that you can do to make it worth your while once you become a CNA and to get an opportunity to work in a hospital. And I will tell y'all just that in this video. If you made it this far, go ahead and hit subscribe, go ahead and like, and go check out some other videos too, because I'm now a registered nurse and we got police over here in the area, block it out. But I started as a CNA and I worked myself from a CNA working in a nursing home to a CNA working in a hospital to a CNA educating other people who want to become a healthcare worker, a nurse, a LPN, a RN, or what so have you. And I just continued to just keep going to the point that now I'm a registered nurse and I'm able to take care of patients and show you guys the full progression of how, that goes, how it's been going for me. But yeah, so yeah, there's certain things that you can do to make yourself more likable or give yourself more attention. You need to be putting that you have experience working in some kind of health care setting, which means that, I volunteered at a hospital before. I volunteered at a nursing home. I have worked a health clinic. These are all things that people who are hiring you are going to look for. Is this a person who has experience working in healthcare? Is this a person who has an interest of working in healthcare? And how have they expressed that interest? Yeah, so there are certain things that you can do. And that means working on your resume. Speaking of the experience you have working at a nursing home, working at a health clinic, working at a flu vaccine tent outside of, your neighborhood hospital. These are all things that, they're not so verifiable, but it can easily be done. You just reach out to somebody and say, hey, I want to volunteer at a nursing home. They'll let you do it. I want to volunteer at a hospital. These are things that you can easily do. Go and sign up to work at a health clinic in your city. Go sign up to work at health fair in your city. These are things that's going to give you the opportunity to see what it's like. It also, give you a little bit of an edge up of somebody that, might not have some of that same experience. Now, me, I didn't necessarily need that. I said I've worked, at a nursing home for about 1.5 months, 2 months. I had a previous degree, and I just got in. I just got lucky. I think she asked me about my previous degree. I said it was in health systems management and an econ minor, and I didn't have much clinical experience. I worked at a nursing home, but I wasn't even able to really do much besides just clean patients. She was like, well, that's a big part of it, but you're also going to have the opportunity to do more. So I got EKG trained. I got blood sugar trained. I got, what else? Learning how to put on SCDs and boots on patients and non-contracture hand gloves. You know what I mean? Like, these are all things that you have the opportunity to do in a hospital. And just keep applying, man. Keep applying. If you don't get onto the unit that you want to work on, listen to me and listen to me clear. Get in that hospital by any means possible. If you got to go work in mental health psych, go sign up to work in mental health psych. If you got to go work in a renal unit, go work in a renal unit. Even though you want to work with babies, even though you want to work with cardiac, progressive patients, even though you want to be in the ICU, you need to get in how you fit in and get in somewhere. Become a patient sitter, become a patient transporter, and work your way up if you're younger. Now, if you already got your CNA certification, just keep applying. If one hospital doesn't accept you, get on another one and see if you can reach out to some managers and get some conversations. Nobody gets a job that they don't necessarily deserve without getting in front of somebody's face. I'm gonna repeat that. Nobody gets a job that they don't necessarily deserve without getting in someone's face, which means you may gain an opportunity just from talking to somebody. Okay? You may gain an opportunity just because you know someone. We all know that. I'm hoping at least. See if you can get in contact with somebody who's over a unit. Let them know your situation, man. I'm a new CNA. I'm really excited. I want to go into nursing. I want to do this. I want to do that. It's a good chance that if they, get a chance to interview you and see what you're about, they might hire you. But if they just see your name on a paper, it's a good chance they won't even look your way. They won't even look your way. Sometimes you do got to know somebody. And yeah, sometimes you just have to know somebody. Sometimes you have to reach out, speak to people, see if you can get in contact with another CNA that works on the unit you want to work on or works in a hospital you want to work at, and see if they can put in a word for you. These are all things that you can do. Every job outside of becoming a CNA I've got from knowing somebody. And the only reason is because I didn't know anybody that worked at it as a CNA, which means I had to really, really, really just keep applying. I didn't get in on my first go, and it took me 2 months to start once I got the job. So this is just a motivational, speak for y'all and try to give you some answers. How to get hired, as a brand new CNA in a hospital. It's doable, man. It's doable. And all you have to do is just put your best foot forward, keep applying, and do the things that I said. If you can't get in on the unit you want to get in on, see what unit is hiring. Oh, we're not hiring in ICU for CNAs, but you can go work in mental health, psych. You'll learn different skills, and then after 6 months, you can transfer. Any hospital, after 6 months, you can typically transfer to a new unit. I've transferred from neuro to pulmonary to cardiac, and then I finished at cardiac before I got my license as a nurse. It's just my story, man. It's my testimony. So if you got any more questions, make sure you put them in the comment box below. Make sure you subscribe, like, and do all that good stuff because it helps the channel, helps me in the algorithm. And I'm going to keep cranking out these videos for y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next one. All right? Peace.